Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to Viewer Emails. And I'd just like to make an announcement. And that announcement is that Paul Pluta from Paul Pluta Prestige has been fired, but Archie Luxury and Archie Luxury Media Holdings are negotiating with Paul to see if we can get him in on a contract basis. And this is going to work out much better than paying Paul Pluta a Prestige a salary. And his ratings were dismal. So if you want to leave any comments in this video here, tell us what you thought of Paul Pluta. And we want to use it against the fucker when he bastard takes us for unfair dismissal. So, you know, just tell us what you thought of him, because I think we all thought at Archie Luxury that he was a fucking prat, and he needed to be brought down a bit. But, okay, here we go. Viewer emails. And the first email is from my good friend, Alan from Ireland. And he's said to me he's just bought a Rolex Day-Date 1960 President. And it's really quite a museum grade piece. It's really fantastic. It looks genuinely new. It's beautiful silver face, 18 carat, 36 mil, all original, never used. Had it serviced at a Rolex dealer, and he couldn't believe the condition. It's just beautiful. I've attached this to the photos you can see on the screen. I've always liked the Day-Dates, elegant, just the right size. It can do for a all-day casual wear, works great with a suit, very versatile little watch, like it more than a Submariner. Yep, I agree. And Alan's also, and as you recommended it so much, I just bought an AP 1479 18 carat and steel, the two-tone. Box and papers, 36 mil, AP 2123 movement, 34 jewels. It's originally it retailed for about $17,000. Got it for a great deal, and with some great pics. I wish he would have told me how much he paid for these things. I just like to know as a pricing guide. But Alan's cool. He's a bit, you know, the Irish tend to be very conservative. They don't want to big note themselves like the Americans. And there's some pictures attached. And he's got the Rolex. He's just waiting on the Audemars to come through. And he said to me he's disappointed that he's heard the story about mine breaking all the time, and he's a bit worried. Yeah, well, fuck, that's AP for you. And when he gets the time, he's going to take a few photos with his D3X Nikon and send them through to us. So we really appreciate that, Alan. It looks like you've got two nice pieces. I got to tell you, they are nice pieces. I love the Rolex Day-Date, and I think the more vintage ones, they're not as glossy and glary and gaudy as the modern ones. And I love it on a strap. And the AP, I got to tell you, if you want to do a swap, I'll do a straight swap with my fucker with the date change problem. Okay, next email. And the next email here is from Nick Toberg, and it says, Dear Archie, I have this picture of me in the high Arctic with an out of production GMT. I swapped the stainless steel bracelet for rubber due to the fact I was getting frostbite from the strap, from the bracelet I should say. And he said he didn't want to scratch it up, as life on a ship can be very rough on timepieces. What do you think of my choice in timepieces for this trip to the Arctic? I'm a 29 years old and I'm a scientist studying sea ice. I wonder if AP will ever release an offshore Arctic Survivor edition piece. What kind of watch would you recommend for a Polar Ocean Explorer? Please find the image attached. Regards, Nick. And Nick, the big piece that people use at the Arctic is often the Explorer 2. That's the white dial or the black dial. But I gotta say, a GMT is basically the same as an Explorer 2, except it's got a rotating bezel, and that's also a fabulous choice. And I think that's probably the best. The GMT or the Explorer 2 are probably the best polar watches to have there. Arctic watches, I should say. So great choice, Nick, and thanks for listening to the channel and supporting it. Okay, next email. Another one from my friend Alan from Ireland, and he says, here is another of my watches, the Jaeger-LeCoultre stainless steel master control moon phase triple date. Bought this one a while ago. It's in a 37mm case, nice size I think. I'm a big guy like yourself. I like the 35 to 40mm most of the time, as it looks good on my arm. This is the day, date, month and moon phase. Lovely looking piece. As you can tell, I'm a bit of a Jaeger-LeCoultre fan, but you know why I love them. They slip under the radar. Everyone is buying Rolex, Tag or Omega, and there is a tier above those watches for only a little more money if you buy well. They are so much more appealing to me. You know what I mean. You are a man of taste yourself. Are these useful for your channel? If not, I'll stop sending them. Please, Alan, keep the pics coming. And this is Alan's moon phase triple date. And I gotta say, Alan, if I had the money, I came so close, a hair's whisker away from actually buying one that Brisbane Vintage Watches had. They had the exact same piece. It was a Jaeger-LeCoultre stainless steel master control triple date moon phase on a leather strap, and I was just a bit short of money at the time, but Jesus, that is one piece that I really want to add to the collection. So very, very well done, Alan. Fantastic piece, and I don't know what to say. That's just good buying. That's just such a wonderful piece to have. Okay, next email. And my African friend, this is the African friend who he was the 18-year-old who wanted to buy a solid gold Daytona, and I said to him, stick with a steel sports watch. And he's come back to me. He come back to me and said he was a bit stroppy with me because he didn't really like the advice that I was giving him there. And I said to him, I said, you come from one of the poorest countries on earth, yet you have a fortune to spend on watches. Why is this? And he came to me, you'll be amazed by the wealth in Kenya. Within a few more years, we will be a middle income nation. This is the normal blah blah blah. And I then said to him, I said, look, please spare me the bullshit African lies. Africa is a basket case. The only money made in Africa is made corruptly. Okay, for your advice, you are 18 and want advice on a classy watch to wear. Buy any of the following: Rolex Datejust 16234, Rolex Explorer 1, Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. At 18, if you wear a $30,000 watch, you look like 1, daddy's money, 2, a pimp, number 3, a high-end prostitute, or all of the above. Don't get a Daytona. This is as obnoxious as that asshole Robert Mugabe. Go for steel. Conservative watch, otherwise you look like a fuckwit. And he came back to me and said, that is a fabricated lie. Invest in Kenya and it shall be your best. I like your words. Robert Mugabe may be a tyrant, but he does have good style. I'm Archie Luxury, and with that email, that concludes Viewer Email.